StreamYard, and we're going to go simultaneous live on Facebook. And we love you all, StreamYard, Roku, and everybody. We are here, and I'll go back to my Zoom chat. We got the lovely Sarah Frank today, and we got a bunch of people coming in, and this is the weed show to beat all weed shows, everybody. And if you want to see my mug, you got to ask me gently, and I'll move the poster. But let's take a look at my poster for a second, everybody. I'm gonna put myself to the top screen. Hello, Peter. Peter, you're looking good. I love your hoodie. Is that hemp?
Yeah, it's big, brother.
It's better be hemp. Hey, baby. So here we go. I'm going to put me on the front screen here, and here we go. So let's look at my poster for a second, everybody. Who can read the middle of the poster for us? Does everybody have a voice? Did we lose Peter?
No, I'm here, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be echoey if I do it. So.
Well, lovely, Sarah, since it's Women in Weeds Day, and we have an incredible gift right here. Hang on, we have for you, we have some applause there. Can you hear that applause, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so we got applause for Sarah, our only woman on Woman in Weeds today, and we have that beautiful Starfuck logo with the woman smoking. I find shit all over the place. You know, not all of it's AI, and I don't care if AI heals cancer. That's fine, but you know, Darth Vader-ness and all this PTSD that we're having, everybody, is fine from whatever you go for, whatever you do, and however you do it. Let's just focus on our lane. And our lane today is episode 237 of Weeds Day. Women in Weeds Day is every third Weeds Day. So all you canna women and canna moms and, you know, baby Landon, I filmed many times, especially at Hemp Fest. And we have producer and OG today, Vivian McPeak today from Hemp Fest. And we have Sarah. So Sarah, would you introduce yourself and then read my poster on the front screen there?
Yes, I am Sarah Frank, and I am the founder of Moms for Marijuana International and Legalize Idaho and Boise Hemp Fest, among many other things that I've done. And to read your screen,
can you see it, or are you on your phone and it's too small?
I'm on my phone and it's a little tiny.
Oh, it's a little tiny thing. I will read it for you, but welcome on board for our our token. We like the word token, like word token, but and no joking, but and I'm a rapper and my feet are long, fellows. On my poster, everybody, it says a dream is finally coming true. A 420 lifer equals a non-violent human in prison for life without the possibility for parole. Sheesh, murder gets 14 years with good behavior. So when I talked to Edwin this week, and I'm doing a video for Edwin with his blessed words of wisdom to everybody that just can hold on. He's in jail still, Edwin Rubiz, and he's been in jail for 27 years. So that's kind of fucked up, and it's really fucked up. But since before I met Tommy Chong, I met Jack Terror, and now I'm hanging out with his son, Dan, and we're all committed in our small little lane and our world. We're driving the car to the White House, including everybody's in the White House today. So you want to know what that means, everybody? I'm gonna bring my face up here so we can see me talking here. So today, you don't even believe it, everybody. Today and yesterday, Weldon and Freedom Grow are in the White House. They are in legislation today, and they've given me the permit and the freedom to talk about what they're doing. They are banging on the door of Biden, promising to leave office and free all the prisoners. He said he would, and so did Kamala. And so we're putting their legs to the fire today and yesterday. So the phone number I have on my screen, everybody, 202-456-1111. That's my favorite number. Call the White House, everybody, and I'm going to read to you something. Well, you know what? I'm not going to read to you. I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm going to read to you because I already read it in my intro. So watch the intro, everybody. It's Weedsday. Welcome aboard, everybody. Hang tight while I share my screen and I go to my back office here. One day we'll have such a great amount of support with sponsors that we will have freaking somebody in the back office to do this. So here we go, everybody. We're going to tell you what to say when you call the White House in this opening. Okay, sit back, roll it fatty, and the Tommy Tong said the pot's already in the pipe. You can't take it out. Ha ha. Okay, everybody, we're at the White House. Not me personally, but the team is there. So this is what to say. Hello, my name is Jeffrey Eichen, and I live in the state of Washington, and I'm calling today to encourage President Biden to use his powers as president to commute the sentences of the thousands of people currently incarcerated for cannabis crimes. President Biden promised to decriminalize cannabis and specifically to let everyone out, records expunged. I'm asking you to make good on your promise before you leave office by freeing these prisoners and reuniting them with their family for the holidays. You can do this with the stroke of a pen. We ask you to do the right thing and leave a legacy as president you can be proud of. Thank you. In the spirit of Bob Marley, everything's going to be all right, knowing that this new regime may assist us in ending prohibition. So everybody, let's give thanks and let's bring all the prisoners home and have a great Weedsday today. And it's episode 237, and I'm blessed to be the driver of this spacecraft. We are moving forward with our Oakland Coliseum concert for restitution for the prisoners and their family. This will be a Live Aid-like series. Hey everybody, it's a good time to be in shape to help to end prohibition and bring all of our prisoners home. You know, there's sports, there's travel, and then there's the concert. Let's do it. Please support us. Climb on board. Just read the dream and make it a reality. President Biden, please do the right thing. And let's see all the prisoners come home and have everybody at the freaking concert. I pledge to be a positive influence on my family, friends, and community. I promise to listen with an open heart without judgment. I give my word to speak with sincerity and kindness. When I am challenged, I will see the humanity in others. I commit to recognizing and checking my privileges. I understand that we come from different backgrounds. I vow to pay attention to our social needs. I will choose love when things get hard. I pledge to choose empathy. In my lifetime, I will not quit my pursuit to bring every cannabis prisoner home. We are building empathy amongst millions of people across the nation. Join the movement and stand with those impacted by the criminal justice system. No one deserves to be in jail or prison for a plant and nonviolent crimes. Good morning, everybody, and Hemp and Parades. Jeff Eichen here, and we're aiming to end prohibition through helping the hemp industry, helping the marijuana industry, and if anybody that doesn't believe that it's possible in my lifetime. Have a great show today. So as we go to all these festivals, nobody's conscience is clear making money with weed while there's somebody in jail. So step on board. Let's get the concert done. Mike Tyson did not get his head blown off the other night when he stepped in the arena at 58 years old. Let's get his dough. Let's get help from all the incredible people out there. Woody Harrelson, we want you. Willie, we want you. There's Pebbles. She's phenomenal. And a smoker at 80, you know. So in my lifetime, I spoke to Edwin this week, and he's... And don't bogart that joint. He said. Stash Wagner is licensing us this for the first song on our CD for our concert, Relief, in 2025. Yeah, let's make more money on a CD. And please support us. We love your sponsorship. Give it to the prisoners. And the Bud Tenders project is coming, and the dispensary project is coming, and the concert's coming. Relief. We're going to give the prisoners relief, restitution, payback. Let's re-legalize it and don't criticize it. Be sure to go to relieffoundation.org and do support us. It's time to hold hands and support each other. Happy parade. And don't forget, we have a superstar on today, Mr. Peter. And you can also, he'll tell you where to help him out on the way we're helping everybody out. So everybody, that's our intro today. And now you know, well, let's go back here to our, let's see where we were here, right here, to our hello, my name is 202-456-1111. Call the White House, everybody. Today, they're in legislation. Our team is there, you guys. What the fuck? We got the Weldon Project. We've got Freedom Grow. I'm not sure if LPP is there, but everybody that's there, they're there. That's pretty phenomenal that our little tiny lane, we're speaking up for these humans that can't smoke pot when they want or go get a pizza, a slice. And by the way, Kristen Floor from Washington was, who is one of the head people at Freedom Grow, went with the Beard Brothers, and they went to visit Edwin about 2 weeks ago. And it was phenomenal. They spent 6 hours visiting Edwin, and he hasn't had a visitor in 20 years or 15 years. And it was just phenomenal. So I talked to Edwin about that. We're doing the paperwork for me to go and to film him. And let's end prohibition together. So I'm going to come in and we're going to start talking to our beautiful team here. And let me get back to the view screen here, the gallery. And here we are. Okay. So... all that incredible edible stuff. I'm wearing my Freedom Grow shirt, and it says what I believe in. And if you want to know about Relief Foundation, that's where we're doing the concert. And who knows when that'll happen, but if we get a year in advance, and people like you and you and you can jump on board and take something off my shoulders and help us produce a concert like Live Aid, and have Snoop and Willie there. Get Willie before he leaves the planet, and have him watch all the prisoners come on stage and have the indigenous people circle them with the drum ceremony and bring them in. We have designed a beautiful concert. We can do this. There's no reason why we can't. It's just a team. And I think if we get somewhere into Snoop or Mike or somebody, they know how to do it. They put the stage up, and the following morning it's taken down by their team, and we have done it. We've done our job, so we can raise money to help their families when their daddy or their mommy or their brother or their sister were not able to be in the workforce and make money for them their whole lives. So Luke Scarmazzo, Jeff Mazansky, here's a picture of Jeff here, everybody, that I took in prison. I'm one of the only people that have really done a documentary and filming in prison. And I'm not patting myself. I'm saying we're in our lane, because all the other lanes are going to get jammed pretty darn soon. And I won't go political on my show, except for that we are in the White House, everybody, today. It's really cool, and we're going to see how loud our team is. And thank you, Weldon. Thank you so much, Freedom Grow. Thank you so much, all of you activists, for all these years. And, today, especially to the OGs and to Vivian McPeak for beginning and staying with HempFest for all these years. So round of applause for all of our team members here. And it's just, I'm happy to be here today at episode 237. So let's meet some new people here. Everybody, today is Women in Weeds Day. I'm going to start with the beautiful woman in the center of the Hollywood Squares here. It's not Whoopi Goldberg. It's Sarah Frank from Idaho. And Sarah, you were brought in and connected to us through Vivian. Vivian, why don't you introduce Sarah, please? Thank you, Vivian.
Sure. Glad to. First, I want to apologize that there's a delay on my video for some reason. A little bit of a delay in it matches me because our power went out last night from the bomb cyclone. It came on about 40 minutes ago. So I was up most of the night putting wood on the fire. But yes, Sarah I'm here basically today to support Sarah. Not that she needs my support because she's a powerhouse activist on her own. But Sarah founded the Boise Hemp Fest 8-9 years ago, something like that.
Yep,
a long time ago.
Yeah.
And which is a licensed event from Seattle Hemp Fest.
Wait, for those who don't know what Hemp Fest is, tell us in 3 sentences, what is freaking Hemp Fest?
Well, the Seattle Hemp Fest was the largest annual cannabis policy reform event in the world for a long time, for a good portion of its 28 years. And with a message of personal responsibility and cannabis reform. And we have multiple license events all around the place that we try to support in any way that we can. And Sarah's been in arguably one of the hardest places to be a cannabis activist in America, in Idaho, and has been just putting on a tremendous event and initiated all kinds of projects that she can describe much better than I can. And I believe that she's about to embark on a big campaign and kind of turn up the heat. We've got to take advantage of the advancements that we've made. And we're entering a period of kind of uncertainty in a lot of ways. And we need to strike while the griddle is hot and get the prisoners out and get the laws changed. And, if that can happen in the states it's happening in, arguably it can happen anywhere.
So we're really proud to have you, Sarah, on Women in Weeds Day. Women in cannabis are so important. I met my first canna mom many, many years ago, maybe 10 or 12 years ago, Baby Landon. And do you know about Baby Landon?
Yes.
And so it's so cute. And he's in my movie, Lifers a Movie. You can go see that when you're ready. And tell us a little bit about your beautiful road to coming in and being part of the 420 space?
Well, I found cannabis as medicine in 2004, and it just completely changed my world. I then started researching, it helped with debilitating pain, and helped pull me out of bed and get me away from opiates and narcotics. And I was a brand new mom with a toddler, and, it just saved my life. So I started researching and started learning. And then one of the very first things I learned about was Jack Herer. And then also that it was killing tumors in lab rats in Madrid, Spain. Dr. Manuel Guzman, I believe, and his team were doing stuff. So I was just getting right into learning everything that cannabis can do, which is like opening a can of worms. And through that, I started.
Well, you said can of worms.
Can of worms, yes, definitely. I ultimately started. I wanted to share this information I was finding because, it blew my mind. Pretty much everything I had ever been taught, the opposite was true. Everything I'd been taught was a lie, and the opposite was true. It wasn't causing cancer; it was killing cancer, and so I just wanted to spread that information and started a social media page called it Moms for Marijuana, and it kind of took off from there. I ended up meeting Steve Funn and Vivian McPeak and being a part of Hemp Fest, and I thought we need to bring this to Idaho, so we just do as much as we can in Idaho. A big part of the issue there is lack of education. So our main focus is education, awareness, and discussion about cannabis.
What about Oaksterdam? The beautiful ladies that run Oaksterdam, bring them to Idaho, and they're online now. They don't have a brick and mortar anymore, but they're the school of marijuana.
And that's kind of what we're planning. We've got this campaign coming next year that's going to begin with our Hemp Fest 2025, or it'll be our 9th Hemp Fest in Boise, Idaho. And then it will end with our 10th Hemp Fest in 2026. So this will be a year-long campaign. We have a new petition coming, and we are hoping that everybody will come and help us with Idaho, because we're kind of tired of being the butt of all the jokes and, a thorn in the industry side and just on the wrong side of history here. So that's kind of why I am very, very thrilled to be here and talk to you guys today and help point the spotlight at Idaho, because we need some help in Idaho.
What is the state of legalization in Idaho?
1942.
You mean it's not legal in Idaho?
It is not legal. We are known, we are the only state in the nation whose governor vetoed the CBD bill for epileptic children. We arrest hemp truck drivers after the 2018 Farm Bill and prosecute them and put them in our jails. Our Senator, Mike Crapo, it was a big thorn in the trying to get the banking bill passed, and I don't believe it ever did get passed, and he was largely included in that. It's so much of a joke that even there's Cheech and Chong's CBD Chews has an ad that says, we'll ship to all 50 states, but not you, Idaho. So, it's time for things to change. It's time for us to move forward. A lot of our CBD shops are being raided. Our capital is 45 minutes away from Ontario, Oregon, who says that they made $14.8 million in taxes in the last 5 years, and 80% of it comes from Idaho. So we know the Idahoans want it. Everybody wants to make these changes, but it really is our politicians that are holding us back.
My friend Larry Serbin, who has been importing hemp fabric for 30, 40 years, was making hemp 4x8 sheet boards in Boise. They had a 16-ton press there, and then they got grumpy during the pandemic when they shut down, and they haven't restarted it again. So let's end prohibition, everybody, and listen to Sarah and I used to live in Ketchum in 1979. How old were you in 1979?
Minus 3 or 4. I wasn't here yet.
Hey, well, it's a blessing to have you in full regalia and charge of Idaho, and to help turn that around. You know, when Jeff Mazansky, here, I'll come up on the stage with you here. When Jeff Mazansky was in jail for 3 strikes, 2 grams for 21 years, I went in and filmed Jeff, and so he has now helped Missouri become legal.
Right.
We got 300,000 signatures for Jeff Mazansky to come home. And that is, I mean, not me personally, but I'm just making things louder and going to Roku and going to whatever platform wants to take us. And we are really blessed to have Women in Weedsday, everybody. It's episode 237. We're going to bring, let's bring Peter up. And Lawrence, we'll get to you in a second. Add Peter. Peter, say hello to Sarah. And do you have any questions for Sarah?
Blessings, everyone. I'm sorry I'm moving while I'm doing this, but my health is turning again, so I got to get everything I got to get done around my home done before I expire. I just want to say, I don't want any questions. I just want to say bravo, continue the hard work. So many of us have done this for so many years, and it's great to see that the fight hasn't stopped or people haven't just surrendered, because it's still a huge problem in our country. We know this. I'm just plugging along, Jeff. I'm just trying to live out the last of what I got here right now.
Well, everybody, to give you an update on Peter. Peter has Lyme's, and it's taking him down a rabbit hole. And so, Peter, where can people donate for your cause? We'd love.
I'm not even taking him anymore, Jeff.
Okay.
It's $100,000 for treatment. By the time I would raise $100,000, I'd be plant food. I'm not doing it. I'm dealing with the two. I'm on final stages of end stage Lyme, and that's I've developed Parkinson's, and next will be dementia, and I hope I don't forget.
Hey, how do we support you and get some OG to just freaking throw it out and help you?
How you can support me is I'm putting out a letter this week. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was named head of Health and Human Services by Trump, and he made a vow on his podcast after investigating the biological plant that creates all of our bioweapons off of the coast of Massachusetts and Connecticut. And he vowed that when he took office, he would make the CDC recognize my condition to begin with. This is the biggest problem we have with my condition. My condition isn't even considered an illness. I'm called a Lyme loony by all of the board members of the CDC. They talk in private, call us horrific names and say we're making these things up in our head that we're sick like this. I unfortunately have all 5 strains of the Borrelia virus. I'm a rarity. 1 in 42 people that even get to end stage Lyme pass. I can't win on a lottery scratch ticket, but when it comes to my life, I guess I'm pretty good at throwing that.
We're gonna bring you to Boise Hemp Fest, and we're gonna put you on stage, man. We're gonna dance with you, and then you can go lay down and help us from heaven, man. We love you. We're just gonna give you quality of life. Quality of life. We love the fuck out of you, dude.
Brother, listen, I haven't slept in 6 days. 6 days. I've been awake for 6 days straight. I love my life, man. I love my life. I love my life. I love my farm. I love my freaking wife. I love everything that I got going in my life. Found my freedom for the first time. I don't know how many times I've tried to attempt to be free.
When was the first time you smoked marijuana? How old were you?
48 years ago.
Yeah, no, but how old were you and what were the
12
circumstances?
years old, 12 years old with one of my babysitters. Wasn't babysitting me at the time. I'd already been done with that, but was somebody used to babysit me. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
so I got 48 years this year. It was, a matter of fact, it was on my birthday, which just passed. So it's been a long time, man. I do know me. I've done a lot of shit for this industry, man. I get so angry. But to make a point of something you said earlier, hold on a second. That was going with my thing. Let's make a point to what you said earlier. Yes, politicians are what's blocking it. When I created the Walk for Change, that's what it was about. It was about making the change. Even if our politicians at the time didn't want to do it, I used to go to rally after rally and rally after rally, and all people wanted to do was listen to music and smoke pot. I can listen to music and smoke pot anywhere, and I don't get me wrong, I like a good rally. But at the end of the day, if us people who are right here on the screen even, are not in office, it will never change. Because not one of us can be bought by the pharma industry. We can't be. So that's the change we have to make. We can't always just be banging on doors and signing and petition after petition. We have to take office. That's why I've run for Secretary of State Arizona the last 2 terms. I'm trying to still do everything I can. Until my damn dying day, I'll do it.
We love you dearly, and we are going to free you from maybe your body. But in the meantime, we're going to give you all the love we can. Sarah, say hello to Peter.
Hi, Peter. Yes, much love to you. Thank you so much for your words.
You're so welcome. I mean, like I said, I've done everything in this thing, from podcasts and to television to speaking at the United Nations. I've done everything I can to do for this planet. I have to take 3 grams of full extract cannabis oil a day in order to just even function. On top of that, I have to take fungus. Well, I can get them on this platform.
That's okay. No. We're the plant medicine Bravo.
I know, but if you're on other
podcast
platforms nowadays, you get kicked right the frig off of them from even mentioning the word cannabis or anything relative, honestly. So it's excuse me, sorry. It's a double-edged sword in my life right now, because I have all the drive, all the love, and all of it. I just don't have.
Say hello for the Thanksgiving holidays to the prisoners.
Amen, guys. Hey, listen, I wish you could be sitting at my table. You are invited to it. If I could do anything more to get any of you out of jail, come to my home. My home is open to you. I got 120 acres. I mean, this is a place of heaven. It's Mother Nature's den, we call it. And that's because it's a healing place. It's a place to heal. I don't have anybody around me, Jeff. You can't. I'll take out my front door. Hold on. I'll turn my camera.
Wait. Everybody, let's hold 3 fingers up and get our photograph. We'll get Lawrence in a second. Hold 3 fingers up forward for weed. That's weed, everybody, for our thank you celebration. There we go. And snap. Hang on. And snap. Okay, I got it. And Lawrence, are you around, Lawrence? Okay, Lawrence loading the bowl. So Vivian, say hello to Peter and let's end prohibition.
If I could figure this shit out here. I am like me, Jeff. I am like technologically challenged. But this is it, man. Like, the closest place to me is that roof about a mile away. Yeah. And I listen, I love people, man. I love to do what I do. I don't mind being in a spotlight. I don't mind standing on a stage. I don't mind doing any of those things.
Peter, let Vivian say hello to you and Lawrence, and so Vivian, say hi to Peter and give him some love.
Hi, Peter. I'm sorry that you're suffering, man, and that's really fucked up. And hats off to you for all the great work that you've done for the movement.
I appreciate that, man, very much. Listen, when I lived in New York, New York was always a Nazi state too, and you weren't going to get anything done there. But the only reason I survived there was I treated judges and senators. I produced oil for judges and senators. I could have done anything I wanted there. And it wasn't like a badge of honor to me, but it was, to me, it made me mad. Because I'm like, you allow me to save your sister and your aunt, but you won't allow me to do this just for me? And it would aggravate me, but I'm never going to let anybody, I don't care who they are, I'm never going to let anybody become a demise to an illness if this plant can help them. And in my opinion, it can help with anything. I mean, it honestly can. I put this Lyme into remission for 8 years. But when it came back, I went from first symptomatic problem to fifth of the 7 in 3 months' time. They've never seen it excel. Now, I was a 188-pound man. I weighed 83 and a half pounds laying on my couch. I was 100 pounds in 2 months.
Peter, we're glad to have you and to have you with us and as an OG. Lawrence, say hi to Peter.
Hey, Peter.
How we doing, Lawrence?
I'm good. Thanks for your blessings back when I first came in. So today I'd like to share with you, I don't know if any of you have seen this yet. Have you seen this yet? National Geographic?
Oh, nice. Good one.
So this is not your usual National Geographic. This has got every single page has got to do with cannabis. The entire issue. And I suppose they've done that so that they're not, because they're afraid to have it mixed with the regular material.
I got it.
Wait,
Oh,
look at
good for
mine.
you.
Mine's signed by Raphael Machulam. Wait, you guys. I got my Babe Ruth card. I got Raphael Machulam, everybody, on the first.
How old is that issue?
This issue is June 2015.
Well, that's a long time ago. So, I mean, I don't doubt that this could be the first time since June that this just came out, and that Sarah has a copy of it as well. Is very interesting. But this just is an example of how, once again, showing that we are winning this war. We just have to finish what we started. And, there's a lot of people who are going by the wayside, but we can't look at it as any kind of a negative thing. And because of people like Vivian or Sarah or Peter or you, Jeff, or me, we know we're winning. It's just a matter of, time. And as long as we keep going forward with our heads, proudly feeling good and high and not pretending that we're humble for what we've accomplished, and being proud and honored to, to all of us, keeping on more of us getting to know each other, we will continue to succeed. And that's the bottom line. So good to see all of you today. Hi, to you, Vivian, of course, as always.
Hey, hemp hooray, everybody. The Canna News is really important today because we have Freedom Grow and the Weldon Project at the White House, everybody. So yeah. I'm going to share my screen again a little bit and show you another share that I got from Kristen Floor. And remember, her dad was in jail for pot, and she found him chained to the bed dead. And on the day they invited her in, they didn't do anything for her dad. So F that crap. I'm going to get Kristen's photo here. So check this out, everybody. This is, let's see if I can get this here.
She was on last week with us, right?
Yeah, she was on last week. So it says, call President Biden, free federal cannabis prisoners, Tuesday, 11/19th, yesterday, 202-456-1111, everybody. There are thousands currently incarcerated in federal prison for cannabis-related offenses. President Biden has the power to bring them all home with the stroke of a pen. We are asking all those who believe in cannabis justice to call the White House and to urge President Biden to reunite these families before the holidays. Let's get it on, everybody. And look, that's everybody yesterday. I think that's a yesterday photo of everybody at the White House. I've been there. I've been to that exact spot with Amy Pova and with everybody, even with Jeff Mazansky. We're there for Drug Policy Alliance. So everybody just buck up and suck up. And since we're here and I'm sharing my screen, I'm going to tell everybody about the news here. Hang on. I've got a little news thing here. Open recent.
Jeff, before you say anything, let me just say, Kristen is one of the most real human beings on the planet. I love her with all my heart. And when her father was found, it was probably one of the saddest damn days of my life. It honestly was. And I felt for her like, I can't even tell you. I still cry about it when I think about it. It's just terrible. But she's a rock star. She fights hard, and I love her like that.
That's really the best. Let's honor Women in Weeds Day a little bit. Thank you, Lawrence. Say hello to Sarah. Lawrence.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Lawrence, we're
Good to
twins.
meet you. And I mean, this issue that you have, as you saw, had several chapters about everything very positive, extremely positive about cannabis. So we know with National Geographic, I mean, I've been called several times by several people a one-man National Geographic because of the photography I've done. So, of course, it was fun for me to see this issue, which my wife got for me the other day, and said, hey, look at this, right? And, it really touched me to see that, here's another breakthrough. And it's a wonderful thing, that we keep on breaking through, but it's also a terrible thing when someone like Kirsten's dad is found the way he was found, or other people, go by the wayside that are wonderful people who, really haven't hurt anybody, including themselves, with this plant.
Lawrence, can you give us the peace sign, the weed peace sign here? Yeah, there you go. I just needed that for our thank you. So it's Women in Weeds Day. Tell us a little bit about the Canna Moms and the Mama Cannas and your beginning, what you started. Tell us a little bit about your history.
Well,
You're talking to me?
No, we're
Sarah,
talking to because today is Women in Weeds Day. We got you,
right,
Lawrence.
Sarah,
Thank you
take
so
it
much.
away, Sarah.
Hey. Okay,
Thank
tell
you.
us your story.
Well, it really just started with spreading education on social media in 2005. So next year it'll be 20 years. I just made a page called Moms for Marijuana, and it just started meeting people and learning more and pushing education. And a big part of it was, the more you learn about cannabis and the more you learn about the history of prohibition, you start getting mad. You start getting mad that you were lied to. You start getting mad your parents lied to you. And then you start getting mad that people want you to lie to your kids. And so that's what we have chosen. It's, dare to tell your kids the truth. And it's time to talk about this. And as the mom and as the matriarch of a family, we kind of lead those discussions at the dinner table and with our children in the direction. And so we've made the decision not to lie to our kids, tell them the truth. We believe cannabis is the future. It is hope for the future. It offers everything for our future generations. And prohibition has been a plague, on our ancestors, and it's an insult. And, just the more and more you learn. So I just started spreading that information and getting involved. And with HempFest, one of the biggest things we had to do for Boise, our first event originally was in 2011, and we were so scared to even call it hemp that we called it Hope. The Idaho Hope Fest, and Hope stood for Hemp Offers People Everything. And that first year we were right to be scared. We had 30 police officers show up and just kind of congregate in front of our stage and looking for issues, trying to pop people for smoking. And, so fortunately we had Russ Belville as our MC, and he just educated them that year. And then ultimately they demanded that we have police officers at our event, staffed by our event, and then charged an arm and a leg for that to happen, which ran Hope Fest into the ground. And then when I decided to pick it back up a couple years later, I wasn't scared anymore. I'd already learned too much, seen too much, lived in Portland, lived in Seattle. I've been to the top of the mountain, seen the other side. I see what Idaho could have for my neighbors, for my sick and disabled neighbors who need this as medicine, especially RSO. Getting full extract cannabis oil available to everybody is one of my primary goals. So with our Boise Hemp Fest, I think having Seattle give us an official license really helped out to kind of keep the prohibitionists at bay, which, really helped us out a lot. They're a little intimidated, I think, by our outside friends.
How many people came to your event?
The very first one in 2016, I would just say a few thousand came throughout the day. We promoted on the radio, and just as the years have gone on, it's grown and grown. I actually had to step back as the event coordinator for a few years, but I am taking that back here soon, and we're just, I'm excited. We're going to be doing this campaign, and that is our main focus. There's a lot of working parts to it, so it's kind of been in the works. We lost one of our big main Gana family activists in April in a car accident. So I've just kind of been burning to do something, get back into it in Idaho. And a group in Idaho called Kind Idaho is doing a kind of legalize the drive decriminalization petition. There's talk about redoing our medical petition because we've tried for a very long time the same medical petition over and over again. And our issue isn't that Idaho doesn't want it. Our issue is that people are too scared to get involved. And so that's what we need. We need people to finally come out of the Idaho canna closet and step up and actually do their part. And it takes a lot of encouragement, and it's going to take education because people need to know what they're fighting for. And I have found that the more I learn about cannabis, the bigger that fire gets to make this change for our children.
Well, like I said, Larry Serban was making 4x8 sheets of plywood. Who needs to build a house anymore if we can make it out of, hemp hurd and all that stuff? So it's really important for us to have you in Idaho. We're blessed and happy to have you on Women in Weeds Day. Tell us a little bit more about the Canna Moms or your initial move for the moms.
Well, it's Moms for Marijuana, and it wasn't anything more than a grassroots network. It's, we still use social media to talk to each other, and there are a million women groups now, and I love that. I love all the moms. I love just the empowerment we get from working together. Women can get this done, it's, especially being the moms, and helping to teach the future generations what they need to do. And, this is hope for our future. We need to have this, and we need to, if you look at the history and how much we used it for everything and how much it can help now, and most definitely we need to stop tearing families apart. We need to stop throwing parents in jail and in prison. And, my heart to Kristen Floor, I love her. She's helped us out with Hemp Fest, and she helps me out a lot. We, trying to keep families together, trying to keep child protective services from ripping them apart. And so that is a lot of our focus is let's get that education out there so that these changes can happen, because only through education will come legalization. And that's what we believe. So it's time to educate and legalize Idaho.
So maybe with all my projects, somebody like yourself can talk to like Baby Landon's mom and get the Canna Moms, and we can do a documentary on the women in weed / moms that were giving their children the cannabinoids. We won't say THC, we won't say CBD, we'll just say cannabinoids that help them and they are the proof. I can't say it works on my show, but I can say through testimonials, the Canna Moms are really amazing, and I'd love to do a documentary on them.
Yeah, that would be amazing, especially Landon's story, you know, and I've worked with a lot of women through the years and met a lot of moms and a lot of amazing kids who, you know, have grown up to have a better life because of this plant. And I just want to make sure that keeps happening.
Charlotte's Web.
Yes, exactly.
You know, for epilepsy. I mean, Charlotte Figge is now in heaven, but Charlotte had 300 epilepsy attacks a week or a day or something like that. And when she got that strain that the brothers created, it was a miracle. And she was down to like 1 or 2 a week instead of 300. I mean, what the hell?
That's what we need for our children.
What don't you understand, everybody? You know, you know, it is helping Peter, you know, to have quality of life. I know the Parkinson's gets really better. It doesn't heal you, but it gets you to be able to function. And why not make it legal, everybody, and bring all the prisoners home? So, everybody, this is episode 237. It's Women in Weeds Day. We have beautiful Sarah Frank on today, and frankly, we are so blessed to have you and representing the women in weed. I'm talking to another lady on my phone right now, and she's a little bit shy for coming on in, but I told her it's Weeds Day, Women in Weeds Day. I'm down here. Oh, here it's hang on. She's waiting for the password. 420 420 POW. Okay, let's see if she can come in. But anyways, it's a blessing to have all of us here. We've heard so many stories today. And Lawrence, tell us one of your legacies.
I guess that could be my starting the first head shop in the world with that name back in 1965. It was really interesting to imagine. Of course, I was dealing with the very kind of thing that Sarah was just talking about in terms of what kind of lies and how far out were all those lies that the establishment was, you know, trying to put across humanity so that they could control us and basically deal with it. They couldn't control and make all the money on drugs, so-called drugs, marijuana, you know, whatever they were, hashish, cocaine, you know, amphetamines, whatever. I mean, a lot of them are dangerous and should not be abused. But if, you know, they were lying to us about marijuana, what else were they lying to us about? And if they can't make the money on them, then no one else can. So that was what certainly was one of the things that motivated me. And, you know, I knew I was taking a big chance and dealing with, you know, tremendous amounts of people being very angry at me who were in other industries that I was involved in as an artist or as a director or actor or writer. And ultimately, I knew if I stuck by it for the long enough time.
What year was this? What year was this?
1965.
And did you, when did you
I incorporated the name The Head Shop Limited in 1965 or 66.
When did you meet Jack Harrer?
Jack and I met in the late 60s.
And
so I turned Jack on way back then. And he and I had so much fun. It was just absolutely amazing. I mean, he just couldn't believe it. I mean, he told me how many times he tried it and now it got no effect, right? So anyway, I turned him on to some great hash from Nepal, and he said, "Man, this is it. Now that's it." And so after that, I mean, you couldn't stop Jack. That's for sure.
And when did you meet Vivian?
Vivian and I. When did we meet? Vivian, sometime in the 70s or 80s.
I think it was later than that, Lawrence. I think it was about 91 or 2, something like that.
Well, that's not too far out of the 80s, yeah. So
I was, I remember you came over at the Thackeray house that I was living at.
Right.
But maybe you're right. Maybe it was in the late 80s.
Yeah, and I remember you telling me that the reason that you had me being master of ceremonies of Hempfest with Jack Hare was because I was the only person who could control them.
So that's
So I thought that was pretty funny.
Well, Vivian,
And and we did have fun. I mean, it was they were these have all been great times. I mean, more stories on movies or plays and so many rich things are coming out of all of this, and they are now a lot more and more of them happening as well. And especially now that I'm getting to spend more time in the USA over these last several years, I'm actually having a lot of fun with people knowing that I'm available and I can be easily reached, and that I'm an amiable person, who knows how to speak pretty good English, because that's how we are talking in a world that everybody likes to speak Esperanto.
hey. Well, everybody, welcome Lala Rose from New Orleans. Lala is a good old friend and been on the show many times. We're blessed to have you and to see you, Lala.
I'm trying to do a show here.
Okay. I'm trying to do a show here. Shut the fuck up. Okay, shut the fuck up Wednesday. When the cops pull you over, shut the fuck up. But they didn't pull you over, Lala. Lala, say hello to Lawrence, say hello to Sarah, and say hello to Vivian.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Greetings.
Lala, your legacy is that you read the future, but we're in the present today. Can you pull a card for us today for the prisoners for Thanksgiving?
Sure.
Okay.
Let me just poke on my smoke.
Okay, so Lala's going into the medicine there, and is gonna pull us a card. My dream is that today that we hold space, everybody, for that they're in legislation right now asking the President Biden to pardon all the prisoners. We're going to be doing Okay, pull us a card.
I call it the money deck. It's full of dead presidents.
They're all gold. That's really cool. So everybody, today hold space and pray that that our legislation finally learns and finally
my crystal ball
helps us to bring all the prisoners home. There's thousands of people in jail still, so I heard, and there's about, I guess, 100 or so people in jail for life. And like I said earlier on my poster, you get 14 years for murder, but life for marijuana? Are you joking, everybody? Okay.
Well, the card for the prisoners is 9 of clubs. So overindulgence of a certain life can put you in a different club, but you have to be happy where you at. See, I've been learning a lesson lately. Have peace where you at. And then the next journey gets even better. Time is just a waiting parcel for things to get better. That's your 9 club. As above, so below, let it flow.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I heard 9 is divided by 3, which is divinity, and it's a divine number. 9.
Hell, yes, indeed.
Okay.
So, Lala, may I interrupt?
Yes.
Lala, if you'd like, I'll gladly, if you get in touch with me, then I'll gladly send you a deck of playing cards that I designed that are marijuana playing cards. And here's what the 9 of clubs in it looks like. And these cards are real antiques because they were made, I designed these at the Cannabis Castle pretty much in Nederland. And here's what the 9 of clubs looks like that I believe you probably will enjoy, and especially having a deck like this. And they really are, of course, a rare item. And as a matter of fact, can you show this? Can you show this?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Let me see it.
Hold it in the middle. There you go. Right there, right there, right there. Cool.
See, I can't see nothing. All I see is Jeff.
Can you see that?
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what it related to my card. The cycle of events in life and things like that. I see it.
Well, every card in this deck has an image on it, not just the jacks, queens, and kings.
But see,
Vivian, you've got some of these cards, don't you,
but
Vivian?
see, originally playing cards without the pictures was the original way that people was learning, and then they started adding pictures. You know,
But that was only for the jacks, queens, and kings. For example, here is the 8 of clubs.
Mhm.
Can you see that?
I would love your deck. It's a pretty deck.
Here's the 10 of clubs. People were assuring me that I was going to jail for sure because of this card, which is virtually the emblem of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And instead of using maple leaves for Canada, these are all marijuana leaves.
How old is this deck, dude? How old is this deck?
1998.
Amazing.
So this deck is
Amazing.
almost 25 years old. Sold about 100,000 decks of them. Vivian, you have some of these, right?
I don't have a deck yet. No,
I'm
no,
putting
no.
my Facebook in the comments.
I've got a deck of your cards somewhere.
Send you it too.
Vivian, you have some, right?
Yes, you made a card with me on it, if I remember correctly. Put anybody on those.
I want to be on a card.
You're certainly in book 3 of the great books of Hashish. That's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I also have a Facebook group. Y'all are welcome to join Queen Lala, Tarot, and Flo, where I do virtual readings.
And where can they find you? What's your location online?
It's just on Facebook right now. Queen Lala, Tarot, and Flo.
Queen Lala,
on
everybody,
TikTok.
Tarot and Flo. So you can
I
find.
don't have the hugest platform, but I did stop street reading, so I only read from home now.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. And
And of course, excuse me, Sarah, of course, if you'd like a set too, then I'll get you a deck, as well as you too, Jeff. You're certainly welcome to have a deck. And
okay.
absolutely.
Hang on just a minute here. So I'll put my address in the messages as
Just text it to me is easier.
okay. I'll text it to you. Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody, we're still on an incredible day. It's time to close your eyes, everybody, and to visualize the prisoners coming home. It's Women in Weeds Day. It's episode 237. And for gosh sakes, Weldon, D'Angelo, and Freedom Grow, and some other humans that are in our lane have driven to the White House today. They're in legislation. So visualize that these people are finally going to get the green and let our prisoners home, and understand that descheduling is not the way to go. It's re-legalizing it. And so we can grow hemp homes, and the Lakota people can grow 1 million acres, and their children, their indigenous children, can grow and have a new industry for farming hemp and making hempcrete bricks to make homes, and for paper, plastic, fiber, fuel, and food, because the hemp seed is beautiful. As a vegan, I put a handful in my smoothie every day, and it gives me my nutrition. It gives me my protein and an amino acid. So I know not very much. I just know that holding space for the people in Washington today could be really important, really epic, and really special. And you know what? Any way it turns out, just like anything else in life, we got to take a deep breath. So everyone take a deep breath. Hold your breath. And when you let it out, visualize the prisoners walking home. Okay, let it out. Okay, everybody, it's Jeff Eichen here. That's all I know. And I want everybody
Thanks for welcoming me back, Jeff.
Oh, love you, Lala. Thanks so much. And everybody give me a 3 again. We'll give one last picture here. Three for weed. 1, 2, 3. Got it. There we go. We got it. So everybody, this has been a great show, and there's been plenty of news, so I'm not going to read any of the printed news today. But don't forget that next week we'll be here again, and there'll be even more information and news about the White House. And Kristen, thank you so much for sharing all that information with us. Randy Lanier, thank you. And thank you, M1 from Last Prisoner Project, and all the people that are dedicated on our highway to drive these. Now, they make a hemp battery. Let's get a hemp electric car. Come on, everybody. So Hemp Hooray, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen. I'm going to roll out with our outro. You can stick around or split. Thank you, Sarah. Nice meeting you. We'll get in trouble together. And Vivian, thank you so much. And Lawrence, thank you so much. And Lala, thank you for 9 of Clubs. And we'll see you down the road.
Thank you, Jeff.
Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
And I'm going to roll out with our intro, and we're going to call it our outro. Here we go, everybody. Thanks for today. Okay, everybody. We're at the White House. Not me personally, but the team is there. So this is what to say. Hello, my name is Jeffrey Eichen, and I live in the state of Washington. And I'm calling today to encourage President Biden to use his powers as president to commute the sentences of the thousands of people currently incarcerated for cannabis crimes. President Biden promised to decriminalize cannabis and specifically to let everyone out, records expunged. I'm asking you to make good on your promise before you leave office by freeing these prisoners and reuniting them with their family for the holidays. You can do this with the stroke of a pen. We ask you to do the right thing and leave a legacy as president you can be proud of. Thank you. In the spirit of Bob Marley, everything's going to be all right, knowing
Hey,
that
Jeff, guess what?
this new regime may assist us in ending prohibition. So everybody, what do you got, Lala?
I got my weed prescription. I smoke legally now. I get it from the doctor.
We're proud of you. We're proud of you. Well, we're going to roll right out of here, and you're going to roll one up then, legally.
Hell yeah. I got a whole bunch of bongs and everything.
Love you. Love you.
And I know how to use them.
Okay, well, welcome back. Okay. Let's give thanks, and let's bring all the prisoners home and have a great Weedsday today. And it's episode 237, and I'm blessed to be the driver of this spacecraft. We are moving forward with our Oakland Coliseum concert for restitution for the prisoners and their family. This will be a Live Aid-like series. Hey everybody, it's a good time to be in shape to help to end prohibition and bring all of our prisoners home. You know, there's sports, there's travel, and then there's the concert. Let's do it. Please support us. Climb on board. Just read the dream and make it a reality. President Biden, please do the right thing, and let's see all the prisoners come home and have everybody at the freaking concert. I pledge to be a positive influence on my family, friends, and community. I promise to listen with an open heart without judgment. I give my word to speak with sincerity and kindness. When I am challenged, I will see the humanity in others. I commit to recognizing and checking my privileges. I understand that we come from different backgrounds. I vow to pay attention to our social needs. I will choose love when things get hard. I pledge to choose empathy. In my lifetime, I will not quit my pursuit to bring every cannabis prisoner home. We are building empathy amongst millions of people across the nation. Join the movement and stand with those impacted by the criminal justice system. No one deserves to be in jail or prison for a plant and nonviolent crimes. Good morning, everybody, and Hemp Hemp Hoorays. Jeff Eichen here, and we're aiming to end prohibition through helping the hemp industry, helping the marijuana industry, and if anybody that doesn't believe that it's possible in my lifetime. Have a great show today. In 2025. And please support us. We love your sponsorship, and the Bud Tenders project is coming, and the dispensary project is coming, and the concert's coming. Relief. We're going to give the prisoners relief, restitution, payback. Let's re-legalize it and don't criticize it. Be sure to go to relieffoundation.org and do support us. It's time to hold hands and support each other. And don't forget Peter, everybody. It's been a pleasure today, everybody, and that's what we're up to. We're up to our ears in trying to figure this whole thing out and end prohibition. Any final words, Lala?
Yes, I would like to tell everybody that now marks the time of enlightenment. So when you start sweating, and maybe you hear certain or see certain synchronicities going on, know that your spirit is elevating and the spiritual world is also doing judgment time right now, their own way. So when you see your enemies fall, you didn't have to touch them. It was bound to happen. Divinity marks the spot.
When the enemy is hungry, you feed him.
A dose of his own medicine.
Love you, Lala. Love you, everybody out there in Weedsday world. It was Women in Weedsday today, so we honor sisterhood. You know, it was really good today. And Hemp Hemp Hooray, everybody. There we go.
I've now been showing my altar. This is the Queen of Voodoo, Marie Laveau.
There we go. Hi,
She needs a
Marie.
better light. That's her right there. I owe all of the happy times that I've had when it comes to this on the New Orleans streets to Marie Laveau, the Queen of Voodoo. She gives me a lot of confidence, and she always says a hoodoo woman can stand on her own.
Amen. Women in Weedsday, everybody. Love you. I'm out till next week. And in the meantime, take a deep breath and pray that President Biden hears us and releases all the prisoners as early as tomorrow. So love you, everybody. Peace in the Middle East and in your heart. Hemp Hemp Hooray, Jeff Eichen, episode 237. And love you, Lala. Thanks for coming back.
I see.
Okay, so we are still streaming on our platforms. So we're going to go here to our beautiful. There we go. We're streaming now to. We see that Genie 420 is there, sending love and cheers to you all, and so we're streaming to a few different platforms, Roku. YouTube, Facebook. So everybody, just remember, it's up to you to bring a light to a dark cell. freedomgrow.org. Send a prisoner a Christmas letter and some dough. Okay, Hemp Hemp Hooray, everybody. See you next week.